All right, what's up, my weirdos? It's Taz here from the Asylum Radio Network, and I'm here at Upheaval with Austin Meade. Now, I did a little bit of a read up on you before we came here. You started out as a drummer.
Yeah.
And then you picked up a guitar, to play in your father's church.
Yep.
So, how does it feel, the difference going from playing in a church to playing such a big festival like Upheaval?
Man, it's been a trip over the last couple of years to just get these opportunities. It's been pretty great, but I can tell you the church people were nice enough at the beginning of my career to not walk out. You know what I mean? It was interesting. You know, when you first start, what you think is like great and amazing, like the bar just changes as you get further into the year, you know? And I don't think that without their kindness at the beginning that I would have continued, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay,
The last couple of years, we've been just running the roads between headlining small clubs and then opening for some of these headliners here today. Like, you gotta always be competitive and always like with yourself, you know, and always try to better what you're doing to the next level, whether it's vocals, guitar, production, you know, whatever that is, even t-shirts, like merch, like it's just a always competitive type thing. But it's definitely cool. My dad's on the road with us now. He's driving us, which is awesome. So try to keep it in the family as much as I can.
Oh, absolutely, and continue supporting, family, and like I'm sure you probably do a bunch to help with the community that helped you begin.
We try to as much as we can. I mean, we play at home a couple times a year, so
okay.
They definitely get a lot of business from that. Probably a lot of partiers too. I gotta get a little cleanup. Whatever.
And you've also got a wife and a child. So, how has touring affected your home life, your family life? Because we know that it would take a toll because you're not with your family as much and things like that.
Yeah, my wife is a fucking rock, dude. I married her because she is like one of the best people I have ever met in my entire life. And I told her at the beginning of this, like, we're going to be on the road. If you want to join in with me on this journey, I would love to have you. And that's kind of where that song Happier Alone came from, was like just being honest with her and being like, hey, I'm in this and I'm too far in this to do something else, you know, and I really don't want to do anything else. But it was just from the very beginning of our relationship, it was like, hey, we're touring, I want you to be a part of this. And then, not all of a sudden, we've been together for a while, but then we decided to add a kid to the world because we need more good soldiers, I believe. And it's been cool, man. It's been really awesome. If anything, it's been more unifying because we have friends all over the country that we get to go experience new things every fucking week. It's really awesome. We go out on new lakes, go and see new parts of the country, and the relationships is why I really do this, finding new friends and just taking showers with people.
This is definitely a new experience for me.
This is the most clothes I've worn in a group shower.
Wait, so you've worn less clothes in a group shower?
Yeah, sometimes the band's got to get after it, so we just go old school, high school, get in, get out,
No, that makes sense.
When you're touring with somebody this much, you generally know them pretty well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys are, as you're moving around, you're pretty much on top of each other all the time.
Yeah, I mean, literally, the bunks are right on top of each other, but that's what's the beautiful thing about it, is just having each other's back no matter where we go. And as we've created more friends here, like tonight we have Seven Dust and Godsmack, and we did tours opening for both those guys, and just great crews. So it's really cool to meet those guys, and then you get past that stage of just meeting who they are, and you're like, oh shit, well, we're with you for a couple months, so I guess at some point there's some interaction that's more than just, hey, but dude, just hearts of gold, really, the more you get into this business. I feel like the assholes get weaseled out fairly quickly unless they have a major hit, and then everybody is like, that guy's an asshole. But You've got a hit, but
Yeah.
there's not many of those.
Right.
Not many of those still doing it.
Yeah, I mean, that would be one of the great parts about touring is becoming friends with all the people that are living the same thing and experiencing the same thing as you are.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, have experienced it and could potentially like give advice and things like that.
I get a lot of that, yeah. Just especially a lot of these guys that are touring, you know, they have families and kids, so I've definitely leaned on a couple of them for,
Yep.
you know, maybe not necessarily advice, but just talking about how life goes, you know.
Yeah.
So it really is a family environment. I feel like the rock and metal community, just as, you know, the country community down south where we really started out, I mean, it's a very family community, and the further you get into this, it's just more and more of like, all right, I've got this guy's back.
Yeah.
Let me make sure I've got his back. And there's not a lot of imposters that make it very far.
Yeah. And like that's right. Like even like aside from the musicians, the metal community and the rock community as a whole is very, very much like family.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you've seen that at your shows and things like that. People looking out for each other. And,
Yeah, you see multiple faces in the crowd that you remember as you get to different parts of the country, and that's a beautiful thing. I mean, I started doing music because as you meet people, you know, just as a fan, all of a sudden you're singing the same songs as this person is over there. Like, oh shit, they feel it too.
yeah.
And the connection is there. You can become friends with somebody who's just a fan of the same music as you are, and then when you get deeper into it, it's really the same on the band side. It's like, to be accepted by a lot of these guys is interesting and a lot of fun because we're a little different than your normal lineup here, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not screaming and all that stuff. I wish I could, but it's just not what God's given me.
Yeah. And like I was up there watching your set, and I was doing some of the shooting. Got some pictures of you guys playing, and it seems like you've got a lot. This is probably coming from because you grew up in Texas. A lot more of a country influence in a lot of your music.
Oh yeah, I started playing dance halls and all that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm country to the bone, you know.
Yeah.
But just given an opportunity to do something in this lane, and I'm gonna take it and fucking run with it.
Yeah. I mean, like your guys' show, it was amazing. Like I had an absolute blast listening to you guys, and
Thanks.
I'm not gonna lie, I hadn't listened to you before I found out I was gonna be interviewing you. I'm like, oh, okay, I need to read up on this.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we, as a collective man, we listened to a few of his songs. We're like, okay, yeah, he's good. He's got some good stuff out there. So, yeah, we ended up checking out your set, and I had a blast. I thought it was great.
Yeah, I mean, I had a good time up there. It sounded good to me where I was at in the middle of the stage, but it's always a good PA at the rock festivals. They understand how much PA to bring, you know?
Oh, yeah. And, well, I mean, it's outside, so it's kind of a bit of a battle with the acoustics and everything, too.
I mean, from where I was at, I thought it was pretty dope, but it always is. Every time you go to a new town, it's always something new.
Yeah. Every venue is different.
Yeah, we've had some bad ones. We've had some fucking amazing ones, so
Yeah.
I just remember those.
Yeah.
Which I felt like today was a pretty good one, so.
Yeah, it was, you did good out there. It was great.
Thanks.
One fun thing I like to ask everyone I interview, if you had the opportunity to tour with anyone, whether they're alive or dead at this point, who would it be?
Whitesnake, probably Paramore, and Day to Remember.
That would be a good one.
Yeah, I feel like we've been fitting in with a lot of the stuff they've been putting out lately.
Yeah, I mean, they're still touring, so there's a possibility for that one.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I would love to even go out with Justin Bieber. I feel like we have a little bit of that pop sound. That's really pop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, those would probably be the ones. I mean, other than that, I would love to have done a tour with like Waylon or Johnny Cash. Like, those would be so sick just to be a part of that. Just the attitude of the working man and not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
You know, other than like you only give a fuck about your family and your work ethic, and really that's where I come from.
Yeah.
So that'd be killer.
Yeah, that would. Actually, yeah, seeing you with them, that would be a kick-ass show. That would be awesome. I mean, ain't gonna happen. They're dead, but
Yeah, well, there's still some alive that I left. So, like, my left leg is all tattoos of bands that I grew up on. So, Tom Petty, Whitesnake, Arctic Monkeys would be amazing. Kings of Leon, Deftones, Mac Miller. I got Megadeth on the back of my leg right there, and Paramore's down here, Audio Slave. So, somewhat of a, we'll just have them all out. We'll just open the show.
Just do like a festival road show.
At 11 a.m. we'll go on stage.
Like Warped Tour.
That'd be
Just
sick.
do your own Warped Tour.
If I had enough money, I'd bring them all back.
Did you want to ask a normal question? Not you? Okay. So I'm going to relay what she normally asked. A lot of people when they're on tour, they usually come up with some kind of weird food combination, or they've eaten something really weird just to be able to get by. Do you have anything like that you could share with us?
We do a lot of crock pot meals on the road, so a lot of like chicken and chili type things. But lately we've been getting down on the rice and beans a whole lot because it's just so quick. But I do a lot of it's almost like a chicken chili, where it's, you got your chicken breast, you got your seasonings, which mine's usually a little bit of fajita seasoning, a little bit of jalapenos in there, onions, green peppers, black beans. I throw probably 2 cans of cream of mushroom in there just to make it a little creamy, and just kind of season to taste. But that over a bed of rice has been kind of what we've been living on for the last, at least on this tour, the last 6 weeks.
Yeah.
We change it up. I'm a big bratwurst fan too, so we'll do a lot of grilling out burgers and brats and shit like that.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good actually.
The American way,
That's probably the best description of food. That sounds like it would actually taste really good that we've had out of everyone that we've asked this question. Because they come up with the weird shit that they've come up with, with Ritz crackers with cheese and ham on it. And
I mean, the adult Lunchable is a thing for sure. That's what we call it. It's usually in our rider, the adult Lunchable. But my wife is an amazing chef, and so is her dad. And so I've had to learn in the last couple years to get her approval at home. So as we go, you'll see me wake up. I'm the early riser, so I'm usually, as the bus starts moving in the morning, I'm the guy to there, all right, here's a slow cooker meal, or I'm already planning out a little bit of that.
right.
But we're definitely making it with our means, as well as we can. Nobody goes hungry.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
But there are the days where you have a long travel day and you got fucking gas station pizza and rollers.
Yeah.
Which sometimes it happens, but just gotta stay rolling down the road,
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much from what we've heard. The touring band's bread and butter is the gas station food.
Yeah, dude, we've been doing this for a decade, and that shit catches up to you. So I'd like to live a little nicer than just fucking gas stations,
I get you.
Well, I'm on the truck stop level at this point, not necessarily just the gas station.
You've gone one little level up.
Yeah, truck stops have showers and a ton of shitters, so you got a little bit of space to spread out.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It takes a bus a little bit longer to fill up, than a van or Sprinter, so that's a little nice taste. It's I got 15 minutes here, let's go.
Yeah, just kick back and actually take some time to yourself.
I guess so, or just honestly just people watch at the fucking truck stops. That's great.
That could be entertaining.
I've seen all of America's truck stops at this point.
And how many lot lizards?
A couple. We actually like to call them out. I was thinking about trying to make some more money, so we were gonna get my cousin Sammy to try to get into the business of it, but he's a little young, so
Okay.
But he's a good-looking, tall, skinny dude, and so we've told him many times, hey, put on the dress and walk out there. See if we can make some gas money.
Yeah. Hey, touring's expensive, man.
It is.
All right, was there anything that you wanted to let everyone know about anything coming up or any releases or anything?
We've got 3 new songs coming out this year. I'm probably going to start working on a lot more. We have, I've always tried to stay at least 1 or 2 years ahead of my releases, so there's a lot. But I'm all over the place with the influences, obviously, and I keep everything lyrically based, so I'm just been enjoying growing the fan base off of the riffs and the lyrics.
Okay.
So that's the same direction we're headed.
Yep. All right. Well, we're gonna wrap this up so that you can relax a little bit after your set.
We're in the steam room, boys.
Yeah, we are.
It's nice and warm in here.
All right. So everyone, stay weird and stay wild, and we'll see you next time.